What's going on, guys, and welcome to Rabbit's Used Cars. You know, I've been on a self-help motivational kick here lately here at the RUC, and we've got a lot of good feedback. One that I've been wanting to do, and I've been thinking about how to do it and how to word it. I think the difference in my videos and a lot of others that talk about the same thing is how I can put it in layman's terms in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying y'all are dumb or anything like that, but it's all in how you word things and how you deliver the message. I won't ever tell you something that I haven't experienced on my own. I'll tell you about selling collector cars and trucks because I have experience doing it. I'll tell you about heartbreak because I got my old heart broke. I tell you about bad business deals because I've been in the middle of bad business deals. You know, I tell you about shitty friends because I've had shitty friends. Or I tell you about, dealing with family because I've dealt with family. I tell you about dealing with the public because I deal with the public every day. But this one's a really important one. And it's something that affects everyone. And it's really weird. Actually, I had a friend of mine that I talked to put it in a way that it really hit home with me. Toxic people, and that term gets used a lot. Sometimes you don't realize that a toxic person's in your life because they're giving you what you want. Giving you attention, they're giving you affection, they're giving you affirmation. And I mean, I'm not talking about just, like boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. I'm talking about business relationships. I'm talking about friends. We've touched on it before about how, people riding your coattails. It's like dead weight, back to the video, break the chain. This is kind of the second part to that. This is going to be more of a follow-up to that. And the way my friend described it to me really hit home. I've been extremely fortunate in my life. I've never really had any substance abuse issues or anything like that, but I've had a lot of friends that have. And I've dealt with it. I've seen it. I've seen what drugs and alcohol can do to someone. The way my friend described this to me, he said, that's your addiction, is this toxic person. That's the reason you keep this person that you know in your deepest of hearts is probably not where you need to be. But because you get that affirmation, you get that whatever from them, you're addicted to that. So you keep coming back, even though you know it's bad. Just like the alcoholic, can't ever slow down drinking if he goes to the bar every night or stops by the liquor store every day, just like the guy that's addicted to pills. You know what I'm saying? As long as that's around or you're hanging around those people, that toxic person is just going to drag you down and they're going to suck the energy out of you. They're going to suck the life out of you. They're going to suck everything you worked hard for till you're fizzled out and they're gone. Because at the end of the day, toxic people are out for themselves, almost like a narcissist or whatever you want to call it. But they disguise themselves as friends, as girlfriends, as boyfriends, as, business partners or whatever. And that's the thing. People wear a lot of masks and people wear a lot of paint a happy face on. And, you're like, oh, this is a good person. They're just a little full of shit, and there's so many red flags to this. And it's funny, no matter if it's a love relationship or a business relationship, the red flags are really a lot of the same. It starts with little white lies, little stupid things. How they only want to be around you when times are good, or you can do something for them, when you're delivering for them. And the fastest way to know that you have a toxic person around you is when the shit hits the fan and who's still standing there. I'm not talking about a text like, oh, it's going to get better, call me later. Or, hey, bro, when things get straightened out, we're going to get back into this. Good luck. That's the difference, is that person that says, now wait, what's wrong? Hey, I hadn't heard from you a day or two. What's going on? Not what's wrong, what's going on? I know something's wrong. I've been blessed with so many good people in my life. And it is so funny that usually the better you do in life, the better everything gets. And it does to an extent. But something I've noticed, and I hate to sound like the Notorious B.I.G. when I say this, but it's like the more money, more problems. And the more people you have to worry about. A really good friend of mine in Cartel Vision, I don't want to throw his name out there, reached out to me. And he goes, Rob, I'm so excited about what you're doing. And this guy's been in automotive television for years. And he reached out to me and he goes, I want to talk to you. And I've known this guy, SEMA, doing radio, all this stuff. And we're more than just little Facebook buddies or text buddies. Like, we'll talk, not every day, not every 6 months, but we talk. But he said, I want to talk to you about something. When you put yourself in that spotlight, when you put yourself in that position, you put a target on your back. And you got a lot of people that are going to latch on to you. And he said, I hate to say it, but probably 95% of them are bad. And they're looking out for number one. And they're using you as a bridge to get there. And he said, you're going to meet some people in this industry that are good as gold. And he said, you've been through the machine, you know how it works. And he said that I just wanted to tell you that. And I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about that in your life right now. And he said, because your life 6 months from now is going to be totally different. He said, in a lot of ways, you're going to be just normal old Rob Rabbit. But he said, now you got these people. And he goes, I'm sure they jump, they're all jumping on the bandwagon. So I remember watching your video, you felt like you're dragging half of Greenville behind you. He said, try dragging half the country behind you. And he goes, it will weigh you down. Stop there and go back to what me and my friend were talking about, toxic people. He said that just like alcohol or drugs, you're addicted to what this person is giving you, whether it be, what they do in the bedroom, being sweet or just being nice or gifts or whatever. But at the end of the day, if they're not there when you're at your lowest, they're typically not good people. And you're going to meet a lot of people in life that's going to kiss your ass and tell you everything you want to know. The key to that situation, though, is to be able to separate the good from the bad. But not only that, you got to be able to remove yourself from the situation or remove them from the situation. Unfortunately, in life, you're going to have to slam a lot of doors. And burn a bridge or two. That's part of it. But just like the guy that's addicted to alcohol or the guy that's addicted to drugs or whatever, you can't improve. You can't get better going around the same people, being around the same person. Oh, I'm just going to hang out today. You're going to be right back. You've got to remove that situation. And you've got to keep your eyes open. And that's something I feel like I just needed to, just the way he delivered that. He said, you have to approach toxic people from like an addict's standpoint. When he said that, it just totally made sense. He said, because, everybody is addicted to something. There's something you like. There's something you enjoy doing. Some things are fun. Some things are bad. Everything in moderation. But those people, you've got to separate yourself from. And I think I know I learned a very valuable life lesson just between those 2 phone calls. And hopefully you guys maybe take a little something home with you. Guys, we'll catch you next time at Rabbit's Used Cars. That's the difference between toxic people and good people. And